Are you filing your nails? Are you filing your nails?
It's the motherfucking DRE. Dr. Dre, motherfucker.
Hey, what is going on, YouTube?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Oh, I love that beat. I love that beat. What is going on, everyone? It's Crowdfunding Comics Creator Power Hour, and hanging out with me tonight, we got Mr. Clay Adams in the house, a face that's becoming a little more familiar, and a good friend of mine who hasn't been on in quite some time. We've got Dolan. Gentlemen, welcome to Creator Power Hour.
Thank you for having us.
What's going on, man? How we doing, Clay? How we doing, Dolan?
Doing good. We're here. We're at the Power Hour, man.
We're at the Power Hour. Are you feeling the power?
I was feeling the power. Did you see me rocking out there? I was dancing.
I know. I was seeing backstage, everyone feeling the beat. You know what I'm saying? I love those stupid frogs. I just thought, it's Wednesday, my guy. Or Wednesday, my dudes. I love that shit. It's awesome. But so funny thing, right? We did a Roy Thomas. We Pop XP is the home of Roy Thomas and all of his streaming and his his little posse with John Cimino, and I got Steve Houston, who's the Pawn Stars comic book guy, right? On Pawn Stars. And we did the Brofessionals a few weeks back, and we talked about an article with Jack Kirby, right? Talking about Jack Kirby's article back from 1993, and Roy saw it, and he wrote this great email to Billy, saying, I'd love to come on and kind of share my opinion, point of views, and experiences. So we did that. We did that Monday live. And boy, does it bring some heat from the dedicated Kirby fans. Holy smokes. The comments are unbelievable. There is a Facebook thread of just how we're just evil souls, my friends. We're evil souls.
Oh, wow.
For sharing some opinions.
Did you hear from Mark Evanier?
Mark Evanier, I don't know. It could be in the comments. I don't know.
Maybe he was Jack Kirby's assistant in the 70s.
No.
I'm going to clear my throat, and then I'm going to finish that great thought.
Clear that. Give it a little, work it a little. Get that.
I had some white frogs in my throat.
There you go. Oh,
yeah. Oh, bringing it back around. Mark Evanier was Jack Kirby's assistant in the 70s, but he was also like a comic book writer in the 80s, did a lot of stuff for DC and Eclipse, and a great comic book writer. But yeah, he's one of Jack Kirby's like biggest defenders on these issues. Like he'll come out strong. So
what are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys are you familiar with the Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, kind of the great debate, as I called it, of really who was the creative genius behind the Fantastic Four? And they even brought up some Spider-Man in that article, which I thought was, really should be more towards Ditko. But I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Who do you think's the creative mastermind?
It sounds like Stan was the big idea guy, but the guys who did the big details, who did the detail work, were Jack and Steve. They got into the weeds, fleshing everything out. Stan just had an overall. This is who the character is, but they fleshed out who the characters were. That's what I think of it.
Yeah. What about you, Clay?
Like so I haven't seen the episode. I haven't read the letter. I haven't heard Roy's thoughts. So I don't know. Like, I can't comment on any of that specifically, but like my feeling is none of those three guys, if you're talking about Stan, Jack, and Steve, they all did wonderful work, but none of them separately did the kind of work that they did together. And so like, I think it's almost impossible to separate, like I think Jack Kirby clearly had a lot to do with the Marvel Universe. Steve Ditko clearly had a lot to do with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. But you can't discount Stan Lee's dialogue. You can't discount Stan Lee's rapport with the fans. Like, I don't know. They did amazing work together that none of those three gentlemen really came close to replicating separately. I mean, I know people could argue like Fourth World for Jack Kirby. But even that, like him dialoguing himself, it didn't reach the same heights. A lot of great ideas, but just didn't, in my opinion, at least, it didn't match what he did with Stan.
That's what I'm saying. If you take the pieces out, right, it's like, it's like an engine, right? There's more important parts in there, but together they have to work cohesively so that you can move forwards and backwards. And I think when people start debating that separation of who did more, who did less, it's like, yeah, maybe one party did do a bit more. Personally, I think when it comes to comics and stuff, especially in a relationship like that with a writer and an artist working so close together, the artist, I think, I feel there's more done there, right? Because visually, they're creating that. They're creating the scenes. They have the director's eye. They're putting the stuff. They're doing the character designs, right? They're putting everything together. But, again, you take that dialogue that Stan Lee did, right? And the way he wrote, and then you pair that with like a Ditko or a Kirby. And I mean, to me, it's like pure magic. If you start separating them, it's almost like pointless to me. It's almost like a pointless thing. But it's so cool to see the passion of the fans, right? And like how they're just like, I want to see them face to face and I'm going to give them 10 questions. And if they pass, I'll shut up. But if they don't, they don't know anything. And it's like, all right, I appreciate that passion. I do. But, at the end of the day, it was a marriage that put together some great work, whether the spouses were truly in love with each other, their kids
made great kids.
Pretty hot. Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
There was that, it's on my bookshelf over there, but too far away for me to read. But the Stan Lee biography or whatever that came out like a few years ago. And it really just kind of, to me, it seemed like a hit piece on Stan. Like they really just wanted to take him to the cleaners and make him look bad. And I mean, look, clearly the guy liked being in the spotlight and liked taking credit for things or getting credit for things. But that also doesn't diminish the very real contributions that he made. And I don't know. I feel like that there's in the effort to get Jack's stories told and Steve Ditko's story told, which is good. Like those stories should be told. Their names should be known as, the creators of the Marvel Universe. But I feel like there's been an effort to sort of like really take down Stan as part of it. And it's like, no, he was there too. He did his part, Yeah,
I agree. And we got a great comment here. We got a great from BMD Nerd. So you've got the Blazing Blade of Frankenstein guy and the Born of Blood, Naughty and Nice guy. Those are the guys we have tonight.
Guilty as charged.
And then we got Chris Willett. We had Chris Willett on the show last week. Awesome guy. My campaign ends tomorrow morning, and appearing on the show was a big help in reaching my goals. Thanks, Niall. Anytime, Chris. Nicholas Greer. Howdy, folks. What's going on, Nick? Good to see you. Dan Genovese. Yo, what's up, brother? Dan's a great guy. If you're ever at a convention, hang out with him. He'll buy all your drinks, strippers, whatever you're looking for. He's a
Fantastic.
great
Wish
guy.
I'd known that the past couple of years.
You know,
Jeez.
he's a great guy. Great guy. He's out there to help motivate the creators.
Why
But,
are Dolan and I always the last to know?
Yeah.
Save the best for last. That's all I'm saying, man. Save the best for last. But you guys, man, I mean, you guys are no strangers to creating. You guys, you know, I've known you guys for a couple years now. You've got a bunch of books in your repertoire. You guys put together some great stuff. So let's check out some stuff. And you know, since we haven't had Dolan on for a while, we're gonna let's do his first, Clay.
Let's do it.
Let
I will shut
Dolan
up.
pop up. So we've got Unholy Nightmare #1. Very cool. 14 days to go. $5,731. You've made goal. What do we got here? What are we looking at, Dolan?
So we're looking at here, it's a merger of superheroes and horror right here. Aurelio, the co-creator along with me, the artist of Born of Blood 5 and 6. We both love superheroes and horror movies, and this was our love letter to both. We wanted to tell just a kick-ass superhero horror story, very much in the vein of like 80s indie horror, but also 90s
He's frozen with excitement.
Oh no, I thought it was just me.
Nope. He's frozen with excitement.
You should remember like a lot. Oh, am I still there? Am I here?
Oh, you're back. You're
Hello?
back, Dolan.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back.
If you love the Image comics from the 1990s, you will love this because we love that action, that in-your-face art. We want to bring that out because we read a lot of the current stuff from Image, Marvel, and DC. A lot of the art is just kind of bland. We wanted to really bring back that excitement and bring back some horror, bring back some shock, suspense, just bring back the fun to the comic. And our goal is by the end of this issue, you're gonna be so whiplashed. You're gonna want to go back, reread it again. You're gonna be so anxious for #2 that you're gonna let everyone know about this, that you guys are gonna be excited for issue 2, and so on and so on and so on.
Dude, that is awesome. So let's check out your campaign video, and then we'll scroll through all your goodies.
In the dark streets of Chicago, a mysterious masked hero fights against the forces of evil. He is the Recluse, and as a secret ally, a cop who goes undercover in the criminal underworld. Together, they face a deadly new threat, a drug that turns humans into monstrous creatures. As they try to stop the drug trade, they discover a hidden realm of horrors that will test their courage and loyalty. Will they survive?
The Unholy Nightmare.
From the creators of the hit comic book series Born of Blood, Aurelio, Mazzara, and Dolan Waddick, comes a new action-packed adventure that will take you to the edge of your seat. Enter a world where superheroes and monsters collide, and nothing is what it seems. Don't miss Unholy Nightmare, the comic book event of the year.
Got some creepy tones in that, man. I'm afraid something was going to pop out behind me.
Some production value too on that video.
Yes. Unholy
Yeah,
Nightmare
so,
#1.
Nerdette's Newsstand, she did the trailer for us. She did the first trailer for Born of Blood. She's been a big cheerleader for my work since issue #1 of Born of Blood. So I asked her to do this, and she kindly obliged.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. And again, the art is unbelievable in this. Like, look at this right here, this piece.
Yeah, so these particular pages, these interiors, these were all done by hand by Aurelio, and they're available on the campaign you can get the originals. And there's Murat Michael, there's his cover right there he did for us.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Medusa-like. What's up with these legs here? Look at that.
So yeah, I love everyone is like wondering what is going on with her because she is not in. She'll be 2 now. She is based on I believe the Sicilian flag. She's the design of her is based on the Sicilian flag, and Aurelio, since he's Sicily, he wanted to incorporate this character that he come up with, which also corresponds with the logo on the flag, and we've come up with this great backstory. She's going to be very pivotal to.
You there, Dolan?
Yep.
All right. You cut out there. Oh, he froze again. You there? We're losing you. Come on, Clay, enhance his feed.
Shall I? I can pitch his book.
Hold on once. Yeah, I'm going to kill my camera. Hold on once. I'm going to kill the camera. So I think the camera may be slowing this down.
As he does that, I just want to say, like, what I really appreciate about what I've seen so far, like, certainly the video looks awesome, but just like looking at the pages, the art is incredible. The coloring is great. It looks like that's Gene Jimenez, who I know from Comics Launch. So I was happy to see his name there. Great work. And I really dig the letters, you know, like, I like it when people have good lettering. And that's some good looking lettering.
The art, yeah, I was blown away by the art.
Yeah.
I think you there, Dolan?
Yep, I am here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. The art isn't just absolutely. I mean, when I was scrolling through this, when I first actually saw the campaign go live, I couldn't get over it. And I just love this image right here.
Yeah.
Aurelio killed it. You know, what's great about it is that Aurelio and I we were on the same page with what we wanted. It's a 1990s image comic that's in your face, filled with action and horror, blood and guts. You're gonna be blown away with it, and everything is gonna pop. You know, there will not be a single boring page in this comic.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's what it is. It pops, right? Like these pages pop, and it's even just subtle stuff. Like, who colored this?
It was Gene Jimenez who colored this.
Incredible colors in this. Like, even just looking at his face right here, just the flesh tone. To me, I don't know why, but like it's probably not as, you can't see it as much probably if you're watching the stream and you're seeing my screen, but looking on my native screen here, I mean, I look at this face just pops to me, right? And then it comes here to just this blood splattering from this head getting crushed, like just so much action, and there's so much life to the work in these sequential pages.
Absolutely. We want it to be a very kinetic comic where you're just flowing with the panel, you're just flowing with the motion, with the action scenes, and you're like, it's like what I mean, I don't want to say it's like watching a movie, but I mean, you're watching these highly detailed, incredibly kinetic pages filled with action and violence. You're just like, is this actually happening in a comic book right now? This is crazy. They can do this?
Yeah. So now, so we've got these two characters, right? Like, we're merging horror and like superheroes. Okay.
Correct.
So let's talk a bit about what appears to be our superhero, this gentleman right here.
Yeah, the Recluse. So he is kind of a combination of John Wick and Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, in his latter 30s, early 40s. So there will be more to his back. We've already fleshed out the backstories. There will be more to him. So let's just say he may or may not have started out as like a very happy-go-lucky type Peter Parker kid, but something dark happened in his life that made him go down this dark path of like a John Wick. And there may be a little bit more to him in the first issue as well.
Now, is he more of like a vigilante type guy, or does he actually have some form of powers or abilities?
If you look a little further down, there will be more. There's going to be a lot more to him. It's one of those things where how much can I really spoil about this, because it's on the covers and it's right there in one of the interior pages that there is going to be a lot more to him as well.
It's a lot of blood to him.
Yeah.
Or around him. Sorry, so let's talk about our other main character here. Now, is she like a wolf girl type thing, or?
Yeah. So the way the comic starts off, the first issue, the first half of it is like a typical, superhero bust up a crime drug exchange. But by the time you get to the halfway point, that's when the twist takes place. It's like, wait a second, he's turning into a wolf and he's growing spider legs. What is going on? But it's all going to be explained eventually, just how these heroes have become monsters, but they've got to become monsters to take down more evil monsters in this world.
Nice. And is there a main villain to these evil monsters?
There will be a main villain, yes.
Very cool, man. Just look at these. Everyone that's watching this live, that's going to be watching this recorded, the links for all these campaigns are below. The mods will put them into the live chat. But check them out. Check out these interior pages for yourself on your screens, because they pop. The action, there's just great motion here. I mean, your artist definitely has a director's eye. Great panel work, breakup, the distribution, kind of breaking the fourth wall a bit by coming into other panels, which is nice too, because I've read a lot of articles from pros, on panel work, and whenever they say you're going to break that panel and your character's going to go out kind of into break the fourth wall a bit, you want to make sure your eye flows still. They say a lot of times artists have your eye going back up instead of, left to right, down, working your way. But what's great here is, when you do these subtle breaks in your panel work, you don't lose the motion.
No, absolutely not. Just like you said, just your eyes are going to be moving with everything. And I want everyone's eyes to be just wide-eyed when they read this and just blown away by what happens. Like, I hope everyone doesn't think that it's just all the action is relegated to these 6 pages. Trust me, there is a hell of a lot more. We just chose the best ones. Some of the best. Not the best, but some of the best.
So let me ask you this, though. Like, what was the spark? What happened that this idea flourished into your brain?
Oh, this all really, it started with Aurelio. Back in March, we had just wrapped Born of Blood #6, and Aurelio was telling me how much he enjoyed working on my scripts. He said they're some of the best he'd ever read and worked with, that he wanted to keep working with me again. And I said, yeah, absolutely. And at that time, I was already working on 4 other scripts, most of which were for Marat. And Aurelio kept sending me these concept designs for characters, like the Recluse and Ginny, the She-Wolf. And I'm like, okay, that's great, Aurelio. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but that's great. And he just started saying, like, yeah, I think we should put them together in a team, like a superhero team, but in a horror book. And I'm like, saying to myself, don't say yes. Don't say yes. You're busy. You got too much on your plate. And then I was like, well, let's talk about the characters. Let's just figure this out. And then we started talking about the characters, and we started coming up with the backstories. And we started coming up with more characters. Then we came up with a storyline for the first issue. Then we did the whole first arc, 6 issues. The whole first six issues are planned. We got the whole planned out. And before I knew it, I just said, damn it, we got a story here. So in April. So I said, all right, man, let's do this. And I pumped out a first draft in, I think, about a week. Then I gave it a break, gave it to people to read. Then about a month later, I finished the second draft, gave it to my friend Aaron Sparrow, who's now the editor of our books. He's agreed to come on board. And they've really enjoyed it. They love the story so far. And it really started with Aurelio. Long story short.
Nice. You got this great wraparound cover. This is your cover. Is this cover A for retail?
Yep, cover A, Andrew Mangum. Yeah, he was the first one we went to for a cover. And
very nice. We got Gaetano and Alex.
Yeah, these two were friends of Aurelio's in Italy, and he wanted them to do a cover. I'm like, can we trust them? Are they good? And he sent us the pencils, and like, oh man, this is good. And then he started sending me the colorist stuff, like stage by stage by stage. And before I knew it, it looked beautiful.
Oh.
So now we're doing 3 covers for that. Trade, Virgin, and a gold foil.
Look who just popped in.
Hey, we just came home.
It's Mr. Tucci.
We're at my
What's going on?
mother-in-law's. She made beef barley soup.
Ooh.
Yum.
Oh, hello. So
Nice. You had a nice little family dinner.
Nice little family dinner. Talked about you guys. Sorry.
Oh, you know it. We're always
what's up? Look, come on. Keep going, Clay. Go, Clay, man.
I was just listening, but I got very excited when you showed up and rang that bell. It was a very dramatic entrance.
Thank you.
That is why you're a teen sensation.
That is why I am the teen. I got to fix the teen sensation. I took teen sensation.
We're checking out.
When we had Roy Thomas on, he'd be like, what the hell is this guy?
Like loser.
Yeah.
Loser. We're checking out Dolan's Unholy Nightmare #1.
Nice.
I was on Ethan's channel last week. I think you might have popped in for briefly, Billy. I was showing this off last week.
What's happening? Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Oh, that looks
gorgeous.
Hot. Dude, that looks hot.
Gorgeous interiors. Look at that.
Look at that.
Unbelievable. All right, let's get back to these covers. You got some really great covers here. All right. Joe Ball.
Yeah, he worked with Phil Diaz, and he agreed to do a cover for us. And I have the original art up on my wall, which is the black and white Virgin down there. I talked to Murphy, and I said, this is good enough to be a cover itself. So we decided to make the black and white the Virgin cover. for that.
Oh, excellent.
Very nice. We're kind of getting that little preview of what's going on here, huh?
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. We got
Very
Jim
nice.
Leonard.
And Jim Leonard, yeah, I call this the Animorph variant. If you remember the book from the 1990s, those covers, like, yeah. And yeah, she's doing a lot of work now with Zenoscope and Dynamite. So she agreed to do a cover for us as well, which was great. And yeah, she killed it. What we wanted.
There's Aurelio's cover.
Yep, his was one of the last ones. And there's another tease of what may or may not happen with the Recluse in the series.
God, he's such a killer artist.
Yeah.
And there's like almost an animated quality to his work. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's done a lot of work with Marvel and Topps and IDW.
Okay. And then we got Marat Michaels cover.
The great Marat Michaels.
The great Marat
Yes.
Michaels. All right. We got the Trader set. Why the Trader set?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say when we play out through the rest of the story through this, like maybe get through issues 4 or 5, there may be a traitor amongst the heroes.
Oh, Scala. Did you hear that?
Fence is building, Clay.
Plot thickens. Niall, the plot thickens.
Billy.
Niall, it thickens.
That's our Steve Houston
Yeah,
impression.
Steve Houston.
Very
Houston
nice. We got
showed up and said hello to me at San Diego Comic-Con.
He's a giant.
He's a big freaking boy, dude.
He's a big dude, man.
Sorry, I apologize.
Takes like 4 cows for all that leather.
Yeah.
Per outfit. Unbelievable. Oh man. And we got the Virtue set, $100.
Yep, all the Virgin covers. And the question mark, that was the Marat cover. We just haven't updated that one yet.
Yep. Very nice. Your worst nightmare. What is this, giving you like a bit of everything?
Yep, it's every cover.
Very cool. $200 value. And we got the add-ons. We got plastic standee. I like that. It's really nice. Ink
Yeah, we did that for the Born of Blood series. They were
Who's doing your
popular.
standee, bro? Can you send me a message about that? Because that's something that we want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll get a hold of Murphy and I'll find out who's doing it. We got the idea from Aaron Sparrow, so I'll ask him, Stephen her where they got it from.
Yeah, please do if you don't mind. I'm like dead serious. Send me a message. And
No, absolutely.
Nice. So you guys have ink busted sketch goals. You've got interior art, original art pages.
Yep, 2 of the 6 pages are left.
Wow, $200 for an interior page. That's a really good deal.
Yeah, we were going back and forth. I asked a lot of people, and they said go lower because not many people know who Aurelio is. I'm like, okay, we'll go with 200.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And so you got your stretch goals here. So you got for 6,000, you guys are gonna do the signature.
Yep, free signatures.
You got bookmarks at 7,000. Arachnid stickers at 8,000. Green light. What do we got here? Unholy
Green
Nightmare.
light, Unholy Nightmare 2. We can start working on that. That's my personal goal, to get the 9,000.
Perfect. And then you got the logo sticker at 10K.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. And then what's this chance to win?
So we're offering these chances to win original art from Aurelio and myself. Aurelio's doing original sketches, and I'm putting up my first pages of some of my first published comics from around 10 years ago. So for the first week, the backers 1 through 150, they got a chance to win one of those 2 pages. Then for the second week, we have 2 different pages as well. One for my second comic I wrote, another original sketch from Aurelio, and week 3, we're going to be putting up 2 more.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Awesome. And here you go. So you got your Meet the Monsters.
Yep.
So we got Dolan, writer and creator, Aurelio Mazzara. Is that how you say his last? How do you say his last name?
Yeah, Mazzara.
Is it Mazzara? Okay. He's the artist and co-creator. There's Gene Jimenez, the colorist who did phenomenal work. Kel Nuttall, letterer. And we got Murphy, editor and production. Last time you were on, Murphy was on with you, right?
Yeah.
We had Murphy on.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what project that was for. I can't remember, but we've done a lot.
Yeah. I think it was like a year and a half ago.
Probably.
Might even be close to 2 years now.
Wow.
Time flies. But this looks
Yes,
great,
it does.
man. This campaign looks awesome. How many books are going to be, like, what's your story arc? What are you looking at for a total of books?
So right now, we already have the first arc, 6 issues are already planned out. We've already got an overall synopsis for the second story arc, and we've got an idea for the third story arc. So right now, 6 solid issues, and so in another 6 after that, I've got kind of planned. Assume when we get to that, I'll get more fleshed out. But the second arc, it's going to get even crazier.
Awesome. Now, are you going to get this into comic shops?
That's my goal. You know, it's it's the hardest thing. I have some of my friends. We've been cold calling comic book shops, and just a lot of them just don't no interest. A lot of them just work behind the counter, have no clue what we're talking about. It's the hustle is real, man. Just trying to get people aware of it, and it's difficult. And right now, it seems like a lot of stores really aren't interested.
Yeah, dude, I did that. I went through 30 years ago. I went when my book was when She Number One was in previews, and I had all the original pencils and inks and in a big portfolio that had all the colored pages with the letters in a smaller portfolio. And I hit there was a convention in Philadelphia, and I went to every dealer there, and just about every one of them turned it down. Like, yeah, nah, not interested. I went to every comic book store in the whole freaking town, in all of New York City, you know, wow. and Queens and Brooklyn and in Connecticut, Jersey, whatever. Nobody was interested. So you got to really push it and hustle the hell out. You really got to hustle.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I gave him my card, you know, well, here's my business card. And of course, when She Number One came out, my phone didn't stop ringing.
Yeah, he was having his chauffeur drive him around, and he's like, "Ha ha, bitches!"
I'm like,
but yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, everyone I've shown this to, every creator, they're all blown away by the quality in this. It's just try to get people interested as well in this. But there are a lot of factors right now. I'm finding out like there's a lot of comic book projects on Kickstarter right now, apparently. Yeah, and crowdfunding's a little crowded right now.
It's a little crowded in the crowdfunding arena.
Yeah.
It's the crowded funding.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great name for a site.
Only there was a crowdfunding comic book site like that was like a fulfillment and a platform and a news site, right, Scala?
Yeah. Like just like its own store, like so much stuff and
store, and was a networking tool but for all creators, great and small.
Is anybody writing this down?
That'd be so weird if one was in production.
I know. Wouldn't that be so weird if someone was actually doing that?
Wow.
That would be crazy.
That people like were just talking right now, maybe? I don't know.
That's
anything, but anyway.
Anywho, about that soup you had.
Yeah, let's talk Unholy Nightmare.
Yes. No, but this is great. So everyone, check out Unholy Nightmare #1. Again, the link is below. Check out the campaign. Pull it up on your screen. You got to see these interiors. They're unreal. Read those samples that are in there. Sounds like an amazing book. Sounds like there's a great story arc lined up for this. And again, if you're watching us live or recorded, help out the indie community. Copy those links. Share them on your socials. Let's help support indie creators. Post these campaigns on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Threads. Whatever you're doing, whatever's your platform of choice, you know, get it out there. But Dolan, man, this book looks great. You have 14 days left, so I'll throw it in our little cycle of campaigns that we promote every day just to kind of help spread the word.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. And please hang out as we dive into a little Nightmare Theater 3D, the final chapter.
That's the one.
There it is.
It's over.
Look, this is it. This is the end.
This is the end. There will never be another one.
Wait a minute.
I jump in on the final chapter? Wow.
Wait, you guys launched like an hour and 13 minutes apart.
Did we really?
Yeah, you really did. Unbelievable.
We coordinated.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And there's a sense of horror here. You sickos.
Well,
you sickos.
We're pretty sick people.
So Nightmare Theater 3D, the final chapter, huh? This is it.
This is it. It's done. Unless it's not.
And
we'll
this is, you do this book with Dave, right?
With Dave Schrader, that's right.
Yeah. Where is he?
Come
on anywhere?
You know, Dave's very shy, very retiring type. You know what?
Old enough to retire?
He might be. I don't
What?
know. He's he's got a toddler. He's got a very young
Yes.
child.
Yes.
And he's not a young whippersnapper anymore. And I think
Little
he
guy wears them
struggles
out.
to stay awake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little guy wears them out.
That's cool. That's cool. It's a
That's
great
cool.
way to,
But I'm
cover
representing.
for your pal. But
That's
it's
right.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Well,
Thanks.
Let's check out your campaign video and then we'll dive into this.
We're back. It's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare. So turn the lights down low, for the time is ripe and the theater is open once again. Get scared, my cinephile friends. It's a real horror show. Remember, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Hey, girl.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
that? Who is that?
That's Shelley Poe Stoker.
Hang on.
He rang the bell.
She's adorable.
Yeah. She's played Shelley Poe in all of our videos for all the anthologies. And one thing I didn't think of when we had her say, it's Halloween, I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare. It's Thanksgiving, and that line just sounds weird watching it now. So anyway, things I didn't think
Nobody
about.
cares about that.
Yeah, you know what? You launched though.
We did. We
You
launched on Halloween.
before Halloween or on
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, and nobody else in the history of Kickstarter with a horror book had ever thought of launching on Halloween.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
it's crazy.
That is a true fake fact.
Lovely. So what is
Lovely.
Nightmare Theater? What is this?
Allow me to explain. Nightmare Theater is it's our love letter to horror movies. So the idea is that we asked a bunch of great indie creators to tell us a horror movie in 6 to 8 pages. And as a comic, obviously. But yeah, it's a comic book love letter to horror movies. And we launched the first one a few years ago. It wound up being like, it was crazy. Dave and I asked like everybody we knew in comics if they wanted to contribute to this thing, and thinking that like most people would say no. And as it turned out, like everybody said yes, and it wound up being a nearly 300-page book.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Holy
So
crap.
we came back with a sequel shortly after that. We thought, let's pare this down. We'll have fewer teams, a more streamlined production. So we did Nightmare Theater 2, which we like to call our quickie sequel, because everybody loves a quickie sequel. And that, that did really well. And we thought, well, let's close it out. Let's make it a trilogy. It's the third one. So of course it has to be Nightmare Theater 3D.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent.
Very nice. You got some great looking covers on this too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great title too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Perfect title.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So so our main cover is a little higher. It's Steve Bryant and Jason Millett. There it is. Yeah. So that's Shelley Poe on the cover, Shelley Poe Stoker. And then Connor Hughes has a variant cover there. He's, of course, with White Ash. Does fantastic work. I think he's doing covers for Walking Dead right now.
Really?
Yeah. This is a guy called Mexafunk who does some amazing vector artwork. He's Clio nominated, which I think, is that an advertising award? I think he works in advertising.
I don't know, like Miss Cleo, the psychic?
Yes. He won some Miss Cleo awards.
So did Don Draper on Mad Men. Yeah.
That's right. Yes. He's predicted the future.
I love that. This is my favorite cover right here.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I
good
love
one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. And it can be naughty or nice. It's up to
Hey.
you. It's up to you.
I'll take
But
the naughty.
that cover is actually it actually is 3D. I pulled out some 3D glasses and just kind of threw it on and just looked at it, like the way that he did those red and blue lines, and it actually does jump out at you.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
What
So
part's
is this a
jump out?
hardcover or is this going to be a comic?
What's that?
Oh, is it a hardcover or is it going to be a comic?
Yeah, so it's a trade paperback. We're advertising it as 160 plus pages.
Wow.
Because we don't know exactly how many it's going to be. It was another situation where like it was the end of the run, so we asked a bunch of people. A bunch of people wanted to do it. So, in fact, our next stretch goal is to make the book even bigger. We're going to add a couple more stories.
Wow.
And this
That's
is the Evil Dead variant, naughty or nice edition.
Nice.
And the Mexifunk and the Evil Dead, those are actually also posters. You can get those as posters.
Oh, cool.
And this is Emanuele Taglietti. He's an old Italian fumetti master.
That's
And-
a great.
That is a great painting.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. He did one of our covers for Nightmare Theater 2, and it sold very well. So he said, all right, let's go back to this. Let's go back to the well there. Let's
Like a 1970s horror movie poster.
yes.
Yeah, or Vampirella magazine cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, his stuff really reminded me of that kind of thing.
Who's on?
Nice.
That's Melissa White's story. I think the artist is DNS with Rob Jones on colors. Yeah, a little witchcraft.
A lot of boobs.
Lot of boobs. You know, if you're into that thing.
Ew, they're like wet sandbags. Heavy wet sandbags.
I'm trying to pull that line. I'm trying to pull that line from the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, they're like
Yeah, sandbags.
sandbags. You know? You're a virgin.
So that's actually Dave's story called Unhappy Endings. And when he pitched this, I had a similar idea that I was going to do for it. His had a little extra twist on it. So I said, no, you take it, go for it. And I got to say, like, I think this is maybe Dave's best work.
Really?
Like the script was great. And then the artist is Eric Tomeo. He's turning in some great work, and Alex Seif is coloring it. It's really, really turning out fantastic.
Wow.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then we got
Dave Dwanch and George Quadros. Now, this is a story they've been sort of serializing over all the anthologies. We've told everybody, like, no continuing stories. Everything has to be self-contained, because I hate when I get an anthology and it's like really just a preview for some other, the stories are all just previews for something bigger that's coming later that you got to go buy. I really wanted everything to be self-contained in this book. Dave Dwanch, he's done a lot of great horror stuff with Action Lab, and his first story kind of ended on a cliffhanger. So when we did the second one, we thought, well, why don't you continue this story? We gave him sort of special dispensation to sort of continue it. And all the stories have been self-contained. You can understand them if you haven't read the other ones, but you read them all together, they kind of tell one big story.
oh damn. This is nuts. With
That
her
art is
falling.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I
It's
know.
great. Her bones coming out.
Yes.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah, I'll say this. I read a lot of the current anthologies from a lot of the indie publishers. A lot of them just aren't that good at all, and this looks really good.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm like
Yeah.
actually reading like the dialogue here. And I'm kind of like, I want to know what's going on in this story.
Yeah, like I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, like, because I'm reading the current Creepshow series, and it's not good.
Oh, yeah.
At all. I'm sorry, it's not good, but this is really damn good. This is what Creepshow should be.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You got Matt Sumo and Pete Collins, Book of the Dead.
Yes. So this guy, I was not familiar with Matt Sumo or Pete Collins, really, but Matt, I think, was brought in by a guy named James Butehorn. sorry, Phil Butehorn. His son James co-wrote a story with him. That's why I got confused there. But Phil has been in all of our anthologies. He sent Matt to us. Matt pitched us this story, and it sounded great. You know, we accepted it, but like really kind of like an unknown quantity. And then we get this page back, and you know, and of course the other pages in the story. But like we were just blown away.
Yeah, that page is a cover itself, right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
amazing.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
dude.
But now I do really.
Let me go
aren't
big
I
on
so
that. Hang
pretty
on.
now. How crazy is that?
Dude, that's creepy shit right there, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yet somehow alluring.
It is. Yeah. Was a shard of glass cutting up her face?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Creepy.
You're bastard, ain't you?
Ray Anthony Height and Alex Zeef.
That's right.
Zombie Eater. I like this art too. This is great.
Yeah, Ray Anthony Hyde is great. He's worked for some of the big boys, I think.
Yeah.
He does some fantastic stuff. And then this is another story. So Tom Levine, I mostly know as a prose writer.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually sent me this story. It was prose. It was a prose short story, and it was fantastic. Even then, like great. And then Peter Taylor is a guy over in the UK that I know through Comics Launch, and he and Tom teamed up, and yeah, that art is just incredible. I mean, he just brought it to life in such a great way.
God,
That's nuts.
God,
What's up, Jimmy? Got Jimmy Ray's.
Hey,
dude, that's not. Look at this. I like it. Pulling the face out of the mouth.
Yeah.
What?
And that second one, the eye coming out of the mouth. That is
right here, right? Isn't that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That is so cool. Actually, I think Tom Levine, he comments a lot, I think, on my Twitter posts.
Maybe he's very active in.
You have a beard? He has like a beard, right? Like a thinner guy with a beard.
Does he have a beard? I'm thinking of him as kind of a clean-faced guy, but maybe he
maybe
does.
he is.
Maybe he does have a little facial hair.
Yeah. Oh, we got here branded. Look at this.
Christopher Brimage, Orlando Romero, and Letter Squids. And this was another, Chris Brimage is a guy that I've been backing his Kickstarters for a while. I knew him again through Comics Launch. And he pitched this story and sent over the script, and it again was just fantastic. Like, we just really lucked out.
Definitely. I like that because they have a great cartoon style.
Yes. Well, and that's like, we want a variety, because it is an anthology.
Yeah.
We want a variety of stories. We want a variety of visual styles. We don't want it all to look the same. We want to have a little something for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Let's go, Gary Scott.
This book is beautiful.
It is.
Oh, thanks, man.
You guys know that put it on Indiegogo as well?
Yeah, so what we usually do is we after the campaign ends, it goes up as an in-demand page.
Mm-hmm.
So they're there where people can get it, but it's just like, it's not the same as like having a campaign going. You
won't launch it. You won't launch it as another campaign. You're just going to keep it as in demand then.
Probably. Probably. I only have the capacity for so much.
I know. I hear you.
Yeah.
The music of Eric Zahn.
Yeah. So this is a story I'm doing with Mick Byers. It's an H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. That sort of reminded me of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. It's another like Fiddler versus demons kind of story. So
that's cool.
Yeah, nice. We're doing it Hollywood style. We're taking the title and we're taking Lovecraft's basic story, but we're expanding it and changing it to sort of fit into our. We have a book that we do called Dream Quest, which is set in the Lovecraft dream cycle. And so this is now going to be kind of a part of that. But again, you don't have to know Dream Quest to get this story at all, but it's some nice little Easter eggs.
Nice. Steve Bryant and Jason Millet's Skitter.
Yes, this is another creepy story. It gets creepier than this. This is the preview page he sent along, but I've read the script. It gets much creepier than this. But these guys do some great work.
Cool. And you got Terry Mayo Fraser
Yep.
Ryan, Julio Rojas, and Zen.
Oh, I know Zen.
We all got to eat.
We all got to eat.
All gotta eat, Holmes.
That's cool. I like the art in this.
Yes.
Very stylistic. Richard Fairgray.
Yeah. Do you know Richard?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy, and like his his stories are just so twisted. They're just so like, I just remember he's been in all of our anthologies, and his first story in the first Nightmare Theater like was just so delightfully odd. It was very much my sense of humor. Like I don't know if you guys remember that old anthology Wasteland. But it was like John Ostrander and Del Close and a few other guys like that did it. It was very short-lived because it was ostensibly horror, but it was mostly like just really weird, unsettling stories. And Richard's stuff reminds me of that. Like, it's not like gross out horror. It's not gonna, it's not like a face being pulled out of somebody's mouth or something like that, or somebody falling and twisting and breaking all their bones or cutting up their face. But it's just super unsettling, weird little stories. So I'm like, and his art style is so distinctive. I'm just like super thrilled to be able to publish him.
This is so it's like weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the pizza tracker, and then it's like delivered, and then as she's eating, it's like inside
Claire. Yeah. And the story gets weirder from there. This is the stuff we show you on the Kickstarter page.
That's crazy. Travis Kidd. Nice.
Travis Kidd, yeah, who does the Cthulhu Invades books with Joe Vasquez and Demir Rosick. They have a story called The Bog, which is super cool. Travis is a guy I was really glad to get in here because he obviously produces a great anthology, and happy to have him play in mine.
Yeah, he just messaged me today. He's got something in the works, so I'll probably see about getting him on. He's
always got something in the works, that guy.
Chris Roulette was like, okay, Inside Claire just sold me. Yeah, boy, hit that bell. Everyone's getting Inside Claire.
Awesome. Love the bell. And then this is Nadine Garcia with colorist Aaron Rodriguez. Nadine is somebody we actually met at San Diego Comic-Con. We just met at the bar afterwards. And Dave and I were talking to her, telling her about the anthology. And
all right, I gotta ask you something, Claire. Sorry.
Yeah.
What bar are you able to go to? You know how crazy San Diego is.
Yeah.
What bar were you just at that you met somebody who's another creator? Because it's how does that happen? Because I'm like so stressed out with
it's nuts.
Yeah, like my wife makes reservations weeks before and everything's planned, and you're just hanging at a bar. I can't remember the last time I just hung out at a bar there.
Dude, you got to come hang out at the bar.
Like, which bar?
The one. God, so it's wherever they hold the Eisners.
Okay, the Hilton Hotel.
I guess the Hilton. Yeah, so there's the bar there. Is it called Odyssey or something like that?
I don't know.
You know what? Actually, I think we met her at the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund party like a couple of nights before, and then we ran into her again at Odyssey. And like, forget about being able to get a drink. Like you can't get up to the bar.
Yeah.
But if you just want to go stand around and be dry and talk to people, you can definitely do that.
You could be like me and bring my own bottle of scotch with me and keep it in my backpack.
That is how you do it, Billy. And that is how you get me to hang out with you.
There you go.
Well, all right. So okay, parties, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has all these parties. We never get invited to these parties. Now, is it a party that everyone can go to, or do you get an invitation to come to go to say, the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund party? Like if Diamond has a party, we get invited. When I used to do work with DC, I would get invited to the DC party.
Right.
But aside from that, there's no parties that I know. I don't get
I think you have to, because I don't get invited to these parties. I just show up at these parties. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think
swinger parties, Billy.
It's a swingers party. That's true. That's true. Leave your keys by the door.
Put your keys in the fishbowl. Everyone gets a different key.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. It's like the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. I think they advertise it. I think it's usually like the first night, maybe.
Okay.
But it's you know what? It's always like just hanging around with the right people. Dave always knows. You know, Dave is very He's my partner in Nightmare Theater, the co-editor. He's always super connected to the LA comic scene. And so he hears about all these parties. And so
that's what it is, Scala, the LA comic
scene.
The
LA comic scene.
Yes.
They know where the parties are.
Where your keys are now inside Claire.
Billy, come find me. Or I'll find you, but even better, because you probably have a table. Do you table?
Yeah, we have a booth. Yeah.
Okay. So I usually stay around like the small press area, and
I'm right near. Yeah, that's the red tables and stuff, or is that the small press in the back, or the indie island? Are they like when you first walk in? Do they have red booths, or they have little small tables?
It's the area they set up in the loading dock.
Yeah,
there's a small press farther back to the back of the con.
I think that's the one. It's towards the back of the con.
Yeah,
where they put all the actual comic books.
Yes.
Hidden behind all the movie stuff and all the people. So I will find you and your bottle of scotch, and I will pass along the info on where all the parties are. Because but even sometimes it's just talking to other creators, like, hey, where are you hanging out tonight? I'm going to this party. Oh, dude, you mind if I come along? I wound up at a Marvel party at New York Comic Con a few years ago, kind of that way. Like, you just kind of wind up at these things. Yeah,
you just.
And none of my friends tell me about this parties. My friends, like, oh, where were you guys last night? Oh, we're at the Marvel party. Oh, okay, okay.
Good to know now.
Yep. Okay.
Dude, that's why you got to meet up with Clay, and
yeah, dude.
After that scotch, maybe Clay becomes Claire, and we'll see what's going on inside.
Yeah,
loose lips. We'll see what's going on with Claire inside Claire.
Can I just point out something really cool though about Dave, who worked on this book with you? Is 6 created, 313 backed.
Yeah, right. See, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not only running, doing his own campaigns, but supporting a shitload of others.
Yep, that's wonderful.
That's how he knows everybody.
I guess so.
He knows everybody in comics.
Because I got to, I look into that. If somebody asked me to contribute to their campaign, the first thing I look to see if they backed anyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised how many people, they'll have, third, fourth, fifth campaign, and they've never backed anybody else.
Right. Yeah, I think it's super important to be a part of the community and but you also kind of learn. Hey, awesome. Thanks, John.
And while you're doing that, John, check out Unholy Nightmare #1.
Yes,
absolutely.
A nice little bundle of horror, little horror superhero and horror anthology.
Yes,
I'll never look at thumbtacks the same way.
So this is a guy named Anthony Stokes who wrote this story. Richard Fairgray drew it. They teamed up, and this was a story. I can't remember what his original title was, but I was proud of myself. I actually suggested this title, which is Just a Little Prick.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Very nice. Just a little prick.
Just a little prick.
That's
a little prick. Hello.
The three whisper out. The trees whisper our sins.
Niall.
Billy, the trees whisper our sins.
Look how great that is. That black, white, and orange, man.
Red.
It's red? It's orange.
It's red.
It's reddish orange.
It's a lighter
let me
red.
Tell you something there, buddy. It looks
with
orange.
Some people red tones there, Billy.
Hang on.
What did your mother-in-law put in that?
Is in orange.
You're a drip.
The drip is a little orangish.
Yeah, but I love it. It's very Halloween with that orangey red.
It's very Halloweeny.
There was a book when I was a kid. Forget it. I'm sorry. I keep just talking.
Yeah, that's right, John. You tell him. Yeah. Don't worry, Billy. I'm partially colorblind as well. That's cool.
It's my monitor.
So that was Phil Budahorn, and his son James, his 6-year-old son James, suggested this story to him. So we credit James in there. Yeah.
What does he let his kid watch?
I guess some pretty creepy shit. Yeah, pretty inappropriate. We're gonna call the authorities on Phil after the Kickstarter is over.
I'll tell
How
you,
many
there's a
stories
lot
are in
of
this?
inappropriate.
That's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head.
We have 4 more hours, Dolan, going through the stories in here.
Sorry, guys. There are a lot of stories. I think this is the last one we spotlight. Dolan's like ready to go.
No, I'm just like, oh my, there's a lot of stories in here. I'm like, this is incredible.
No, there's a lot. Like the first book wound up having 32 teams, I think. The second one had 20. Yeah, the second one had 20, and this one we were aiming for 20, but I think it's creeping up. I can't even I've lost count at this point, but it's gonna be a big book. It's gonna be a very big book.
Nice.
We like to joke that you can literally kill people with these books.
Oh, that's great. That's good to know.
They're so
That's
big. Yeah.
Evidence. I don't know. I just got to get this off my chest here. But speaking, when I was just joking about, what he lets his kid watch, just today, right? I'm sitting on the couch with my kid and he's got YouTube on.
Yeah.
And he's got like the kid programs on. All of a sudden, this weird, this video comes on. I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird animation. And like this weird lady comes out and it's like, what is this purple juice? It looks delicious. It was a bottle of wine with 2 wine bottles. And it's like, oh, this doesn't taste good. I should keep drinking it till it tastes good. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is this?
What are you watching?
I have no clue. I'm like, bro, turn this off. This isn't good. It's like telling kids to drink alcohol till it tastes good and it makes them feel good.
Drink the
like,
alcohol.
what the fuck?
Well, isn't that what you do?
Not for a 5-year-old, Clay.
Okay, true.
But I hear these stories, right? They're like, oh, they have these weird things, like trying to teach kids to do bad stuff. And I finally saw one.
There's a lot of that out there.
So I sent it to my wife so she understands how alcohol works. So hopefully I can get lucky later. But I definitely blocked it from his profile.
He rang the bell.
And now we've got August.
Yes, this is Jessica Maison, Mark Machtel. I believe it's Metal Ninja Studios doing the lettering. I think maybe Matt Kratzer, possibly. But yeah, they were in volume 1. They're back for volume 3. That's another great little story. And yeah, we got more. Pat Shand is doing a story. David Avalone, who does Elvira for Dynamite. ML Miller, who does some great horror stuff. He's coming back. He's been in all 3 anthologies. Andre Salazar is also a returning champion. Brian Hawkins has a story, which is pretty cool. Nice. Nicholas Doan, and the winners of the Horror 2 comic contest, which was a screenplay competition.
Oh, very nice. Cool. We got some add-ons. Limited edition 11x17 posters.
Yes.
Great. That's a great.
That is cool.
painting.
Yeah, so that's also Mexifunk. That was our hardcover from the first volume that we turned into a poster.
That's
a poster
great.
with the moster. And then that's the Taglietti that we had for
is that
volume
book 2?
Yeah. That was book 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I love that cover. Look at that.
I love it. It's great.
I wouldn't mind.
Obviously,
totally would. Right now,
mind.
that is a beautiful painting, though. Look at that.
It is.
It's awesome. Yeah.
God,
very nice. And so now we can go back, right? So all missed volumes.
Yeah, you can catch up. We got we have very limited quantities of that first cover on the left. I think literally we only have 4 left, they're probably all sold at this point. But we have the Mexifunk hardcover that's still available. We have some Sora Sung on the left there, and then a guy named Liad Goldberg on the right.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few of those left, and then we also have all of our volume 2 variants.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Michael
like that
Calero. Yeah, that's a good one.
Sora does good work.
And we love Sora.
Yeah.
How can you not?
She's so fun. She's great energy.
She's good people.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, great hanging out with her in New York.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys all hung out in New York too, huh? Look at that.
Billy was at the Five Guys, just like eating burgers, trying to see what's up.
What was it? Fridays and Subway.
All right, Billy, I'm definitely searching you out at the next con.
Says that. Everyone says
no, I mean it.
It's all right.
I mean it.
Let me know where you're going to be. We'll exchange our numbers and all. And
Yeah, yeah. That'd be awesome.
They're like,
Yeah,
Kev,
we'll
you go
exchange
out.
numbers and headshots.
Go out
And
with
we'll all meet up.
Clay. He's like, who's Clay? Like, shut up.
You don't know.
We're going to go hang out with Claire. We're going to get inside Claire.
You might get in trouble if you say that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got some Carmilla Unbound?
Carmilla Unbound. So that's the spin-off series we did out of the second volume. We had a short story about Carmilla. She was the original literary vampire before Dracula.
Yes.
She liked the ladies.
Good. Isn't she like the first like lesbian in a book or something?
Yeah. I mean, yes. I don't know about the first, but certainly like, I mean, it's very clear what the author was trying to say with that book. So we spun that off into a series, Carmilla Unbound. So we've got all those various covers available. If you want to add those on, some more sweet covers there. Yeah.
Mick Byers, nice. Then you got all the digitals.
And you got digitals.
Who
There's Dave.
Unholy Anthology.
Look at Dave.
There's Dave. Kind of looks like the Wolfman right there. Like he's about to change.
He is. Yeah, he is. That was like a split second before he changed.
Yes.
And then the photographer was never heard from again.
Yeah.
And you got Clay here on his throne.
Yes. The chair of clay.
The chair of clay.
The Lovecraftian.
He's got the room for two female vampires on either side.
That's right. That's what I need.
They're actually sitting there, but since they don't have reflection, they can't be photographed.
Exactly. Exactly.
But they're there.
Just don't tell my wife.
There you go. They have a scale, which is pretty cool.
We have an actual scale. It's true. You can't buy that through the campaign, but we will weigh your package on it.
And the package that contains your books.
Correct. Yes, you have to pay extra for that.
That's funny.
For the package weighing. Yeah.
And you got your whole kind of your timeline here.
Yep.
Very cool.
We like to kind of map it out so you sort of know what to expect.
So this should be in backers' hands by July 24.
That's the idea.
Okay.
That's the idea. Yeah, we want to try to get it out before San Diego Comic-Con. It really just kind of depends on the printer. We had some printing issues on the second volume, that some delays, and so we're going to a new printer this time, and we're hoping to not have that problem this time.
Oh, very nice. Very cool, man. That's a fun book. You got a lot of cool stuff in it.
It's a big book of horror.
Yeah.
If you like horror, if you like horror movies, if you like anthologies, short stories, there really is something for everyone. It's not, we don't have like 18 different vampire stories, we have a vampire story, we have a zombie story, we have this story, we have that story, a psychological story, an H.P. Lovecraft story. We try to hit all the different subgenres.
Yes. Awesome. And before we head out too, I just want to give a shout out to Chris Swillette, who's been in the chat with some great comments, but his campaign is ending in 10 hours. Chris Willette's Satellite Girl, #1. Again, another great style, his own style. He does all the drawing. I want you guys to check that out. I'm going to add the link to that into the description.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, look at this. Stuff's great. This is all Chris.
Great.
This is all his work. Great style. Check it out. It's on Kickstarter. 10 hours to go on this campaign. So if you got any money left after backing these other two campaigns tonight, if you're watching live or recorded, check this out. Like I said, there's 10 hours to go. He is funded. It'd be cool to get him to 90 backers if we could. But again, check that out, and I'll add the link into the description for everyone. But yeah, check out Unholy Nightmare #1 on Kickstarter. 14 days to go from Mr. Dolan Waddick, and Nightmare Theater 3D from Clay Adams and Dave Schrader. Not the Dave Schrader who is a paranormal investigator, but the Dave Schrader that writes horror comics.
Great. And is very tired.
And he's very tired because he's old.
Yep.
And he's got kids. Hey, now, can I share something?
I want to. I was just gonna get to you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get to me? Then go ahead.
Billy, do you have anything to share?
He's thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it so dark in your studio? It's like
because
weird.
my fucking light broke. My light broke, so I'm using this light that normally on my face to light up the back.
You don't have like a ceiling light?
It's on.
Oh, it is.
Then I got my art light. This is my, my look.
Oh, it's a lamp.
It's a lamp.
Oh,
So
wow.
then I have over here, I have this light, which is the one that's normally on my face.
Oh, look at that! It's like a little
So
movie
the
set.
Media Center light just died. Finally bit the bullet and died.
Shit.
So now then I bought these lights on Amazon.
Oh
fuck.
no!
There you go.
Whoa.
Oh, it turned on.
Oh God, no, this one's on.
Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Great work.
Hang on. Yeah.
Why did I ask? Jeez,
I know. Why'd
it's
you
gonna take
ask?
forever?
And then I bought these on Amazon, and they suck, so I'm going to return them.
What is it? Oh, those, yeah.
So I'm going to see the one I had before. And I ordered an extension because he's attached to the computer. It's not a plug-in.
Yeah.
Stop breaking my balls.
So what are you going to share with us, Billy?
Oh, I'm going to I made a tweet today about our new campaign launching on Black Friday or Indiegogo.
Black Friday.
No. Kickstarter launches on Black Friday. Indiegogo launches on Cyber Monday. If I may, guys.
Please
do. Number 1 30th anniversary original art edition.
Beautiful.
Wow.
So what we do is 112 pages of the very first issue of She, which I own all the art. It's all the inks, the colors, they were all hand painted, and then the letters were on a sheet. And it's for the first time any of this art's ever been seen. Even the pencils down ash can edition. Look how bad that is. If you know that famous cover, this famous image of this poster we made is behind me. It had this face on it first.
Which face?
This face, right? You see the pencils down edition face?
Oh, it's not the same face?
Not the same face, Gal.
I like that face though.
You do?
It's
so
a
what I
kind
did was
face.
I took this face and I cut it out and I pasted it to the version. Yeah, it came out like crap.
You still have the original pages. That's wild. I think you
I have all the
Tommy
original
Carlin-
pages. Yeah. I got all the original pages. I got all the original colors.
Wow.
So we're gonna put this together. It's a real nice like museum edition. And the sign-up sheet is up now. So if I can grab that, I'll post it in the chat, I guess.
Put this next to my
Yeah, so I did a tweet. I did a tweet and everything, and I posted the link was like corrupted because I had it attached to like Blevins' name.
Oh, really?
I tagged Blevins, and then that got part of it, so the link was corrupt. So I threw it, whatever. The link did not work. But yeah, so if you guys can come and sign up, we launch the Indiegogo launches on Cyber Monday at 7 p.m. on All Caps Comics on the Kings, and then we're gonna have a little Friday night party on the Pop XP here for the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this book, and it's cool, man. Seeing these pages, I haven't looked at these pages in 30 years, man. And I have them all in a portfolio somewhere.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So
and we did a cool
fun.
concept with the cover.
Oh, thank you.
It's going
Yeah.
from the original pencils into the inks into the final colors.
That's awesome.
Thank you for that. Nine.
How crazy that you've been doing this book for 30 years. That's got to
30
be a great
years, man.
feeling.
30 years.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy, right?
That's
That's
nuts,
awesome.
bro.
I'm still here.
That's nuts.
So for our 30th anniversary, so that this is kicking off our 30th anniversary. So
That's gonna be great. That's gonna be so much fun, Billy.
so much fun.
It's like reminiscing
And the
down
book's
the road.
done. The book's done. All I have to do is JC Vaughn has got to send me interview questions, and this book will be at the printer by the time this campaign ends, by 30 days. By the
that's
end of the
great.
year.
That's
Proof.
amazing.
But is the goal to get it in hands in the year 2024, since that is the year?
Yeah,
of
well,
the
yeah,
30th
I have it
anniversary?
for March, but if this book is in at the printer in December, we'll start fulfilling in January.
Fantastic.
Lickety split.
That's exciting, man.
Yes.
30 fucking years. Holy
30
shit.
years. Scal, did I tell you my name, Comic Supreme? What do you think of that name? I did tell you that, right? You didn't like it?
Comic Supreme?
Yeah.
For what? Like
For a YouTube channel name?
Oh, no, it wasn't Comic Supreme.
Well, that's a new one, Comic Supreme.
What was the other one? It was weird.
I don't know, but do you see that Marvel Method page? What about that for a name?
We were talking about
Marvel method, right?
I start off the show talking about that.
Oh,
I have to go back and watch that episode because it
Apparently
sounds like it was a
some
real
people
humdinger.
Well, Clay,
Yeah.
Clay made a great point on this, though.
what did Clay
and
say?
I agree. You know, when you look at like these guys, you know, you look at Stanley, Jack Kirby, you know, Steve Ditko separately, alone, they did not achieve the success that when working together they did.
Right.
So when you separate them, it's not the same because really cohesively they're one unit, whether it's Stan and Ditko or Stan and Kirby. Together they made the magic.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, one may have done more than the other, but still together they made the magic. So why argue? Why argue? You know? That's
Well, they're not arguing. They're all gone.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yeah. No, but just Roy Thomas, and Roy, you know, gave props to Jack. You know, he said he was the greatest comic book artist of all time, and I thought that Roy was very fair. And Roy was just telling what he remembers, and while he was there.
Yeah.
And he even said he only speculated on what happened before him, but he saw things. And they were talking about like when Jack said that, and I love Kirby, but you know, it's just something comics history that I think should be discussed and covered because you know it was a lot of animosity at the end, you know, for Jack, or you know, for poor Jack, and he did get screwed. I felt.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up doing my own books, you know, because he was working for a corporation. But he said all the dialogue and everything was on the pages. But well, show us those pages then. And I don't know if any of that art exists. Does it exist, Jack Kirby?
I think it does.
I think Marvel owns it still, right? Doesn't Marvel still have it? Or most of it?
I think it's all gone. It all
kind of disappeared, right?
Yeah, I think Neil Adams had a lot to do about it and went in there and just took it all, gave it to the artists and stuff. But who knows? I don't know, Dolan.
Fun times. But anyways, gentlemen, good luck with the campaigns. We're excited to launch She. Again, I also popped up to everyone. Check out Chris Willette's campaign. 10 hours left on that. 14 days to go on Dolan's. 14 days to go on Clay's campaign. They both end an hour and 13 minutes apart from each other. What a crazy coincidence.
We planned it that way. I'm telling you.
You did. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for coming on. Tucci, thanks for getting to join us tonight.
Yeah.
And what do we got going on for Thursday Night Live?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? Okay.
I've been busy building this campaign. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about, you know, we'll walk through a campaign. I don't know if you can get that video done, but maybe we could talk about that. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll talk about it tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah, I've been talking to people. I'm trying to get caught up with all my commissions now. So I'm
beautiful.
You know, building this campaign, doing commissions. I did the first 10 pages of She Gatecrasher, which is going to be our February launch.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan to have that book done by the time we launch it. So,
Clay, will the 3D stuff be readable on digital, or will it rupture my eyeballs staring at it?
Yes. So I think what we'll probably wind up doing there will be a readable digital version that's not in 3D, and then also a 3D digital version so you can throw on your glasses. And you know, because we do know, like we did talk about this, like because it is such a big book and we're talking about 3D, you know, there can be eye strain, but because it's in an anthology, you can take it in a little bit at a time, right? Like, so you don't have to just read the whole, you know, whatever it's going to wind up being, 200 pages or, you know, 175 pages, whatever. You don't have to read that all in one go. You can read like a couple pages at a time. But yeah, so we will have a 2D version digital that's available as well that you can look at.
Very cool. Awesome. All right, gents. Well, thanks for coming on. Dolan, thank you for coming. Oh, you can talk about deer hunting, Billy.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I'm going out tomorrow. What if I get a big buck? Then I'll just talk about it. Show photos.
You should just like film yourself, you know, field dressing it.
Yeah, I want to film the hunt. Blevin sent me a bunch of stuff to film the hunt, but I get too distracted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. What did he give you to film the hunt? A GoPro?
Just I got, you know, the GoPro. I got, you know, that camera. You know, it's a lot of work.
Oh, gotcha.
I got busted once when I was playing with the camera and a buck came and he's like, "What are you doing?" and ran away. I'm like, I spent too much time in the woods.
You got busted by a buck?
Yeah, this is like 2 years ago. He's
just
looking
standing
at
for
me.
10
I'm
minutes
trying
looking
to-
at
I
Billy.
I see him coming. I'm like, all right, let me turn my camera on. So I'm turning my camera on, and I look, and he got a lot closer than I thought. And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, and he runs away. What are you gonna do, Scala? What are you
Nice. Well, everyone, we'll see you tomorrow night. Check out the campaigns. Billy will be going live Thursday night live with the Tooch, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks again.
Yes,
everybody.
thank you guys, Drew and Clay. Thanks, bro. Thanks,
Welcome,
guys.
thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.